so Demon Slayer chapter 201. I don't know what it's called.
The King of
Oh,
Demons.
there you go, the King of Demons. So, what a twist. I was actually thinking that Muzan was, finally coming to terms with his death and he was just gonna, be a nice guy, but it turns out he was like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna leave you guys with Demon Tanjiro to fuck all of y'all motherfuckers up. And because you beat me, basically, you are now he basically admitted that this nigga is stronger than him. And
Hmm.
will basically be the perfect demon because he's mastered the sun breathing. Nezuko's
And he
blood
won't die
was
by the
able to
sun.
conquer the sun. Yeah. So he basically was like, Tanjiro, you're the greatest. Um, Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, but it does seem like now this may be the segue into making this stretch longer than we expected. Um, and I mean, clearly Tanjiro's evil right now. I do feel like they're gonna find a way to. I don't think he's gonna be evil for long, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I do see them maybe kicking off a continuation where he's basically trying to find a cure to his demonism. I really don't know. Like, I'm confused. Like, if they're gonna turn him into like evil for real, it's gonna be a crazy twist. What is it like? Nezuko is gonna try to beat him now? Like,
Or
I
try to
don't
calm
know
him
where
down
we're
or
going.
some shit.
Yeah. But I was just like kind of surprised, but also annoyed at the Muzan part. Like, I think as far as like main character villains go, there's been a lot. We've had Madara, we've had Aizen and Bleach, we've had like the elves and Black Clover. We've had I don't know the Rat Clan and Promised Neverland. I think Muzan's motivations and goals, like the more we peeled back the layers, the like shittier it became. Like he went from like this kind of goat OP guy that everyone was scared of to kind of just like this bitch person who was scared of the sunlight. That's kind of how I felt like his story closed off as. And I just like when it got to learning more about him, it wasn't as interesting as the other demons we've learned about in the past, nor did I
Hmm.
care for it much. So I just felt like him being the final villain, it was actually a pretty boring fight altogether. I'm glad it's over finally, but him as a villain, like if you're talking strength and power, sure. But if we're talking overall top villains in a series, then character development and backstory and all that is included, I think Muzan's one of the I won't say the worst, but he's definitely lackluster.
I
Like
fully
not,
agree with that.
yeah.
You were saying you don't know how you feel about this shit. I definitely know how I feel about it. It's pretty damn annoying at this point, man. So it's so you're saying that you feel like he was like this bitch boy who was afraid of the sun the whole time. I actually think he was from the point of being born, he was this punk ass dude who was afraid of death. Just the whole idea of death in whatever way possible. He's just afraid of it, and he's done whatever it takes, no matter what, in order to prevent death,
Yeah.
which includes at this point, right now in the story, after going through fucking what feels like 80 chapters of them fighting this man, and he's just fighting for his fucking life on some other Kelly shit. He's now injecting himself into Tanjiro, in which I feel like that's kind of another way for him to still be alive inside of another human being or whatever. So it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, man, can we ever get rid of this person? Just fuck, take him out, man. So it's definitely annoying at this point because it just seems like a never ending fight with this man, and I'm just ready for that shit to be over and go on
Same.
either to a next villain or whatever other new challenges y'all have going forward, if it
Same.
is to continue.
Yeah, I'm like if they continue, we now pretty much only have two demons left in the entire world, unless there's like some straggler demons that Muzan created that I don't know got super strong and just didn't fuck with that nigga, which I don't think is possible.
Right.
Um, yeah, I don't know where we go after this. My thing is just them basically making Tanjiro a demon now. I feel like they're not gonna end it on like, oh well, he's a demon, but like he's like let Nezuko, where like now he's been able to merge his human side and his demon side. I feel like they're not gonna end it there. I feel like they're gonna make it so he has to get a cure as well, or like some other bullshit has to happen. But yeah, I don't know where they're going next from here. But it was a very, I'm gonna say interesting, not in a good or bad connotation, but a very interesting twist to try and push this story forward. Because I didn't expect it.
Hmm. I could honestly see them trying to figure out. Yeah. So like when you brought up the whole idea of them trying to find like an antidote to try to turn them back into a human or whatever,
Yeah,
I can see them, going on into this whole new type of story where they're trying to find the guy that actually turned Muzan into this demon in the first place in order to see what he has in order to try
right.
to turn him back. And as a result, they're going to come into like more powerful creatures and all that shit. And by default, Tanjiro is going to have to turn all of his homies into demons. So they're going to be fucking whatever breathing swordsman demons also fighting
Yeah,
these other crazy strong creatures. And it's just going to, become a much more powerful version of themselves with them also not having to fear the sun and shit.
yeah,
And whatever society that guy that turned Muzan into the demon in the first place, he has his whole society that he's just a part of, just a regular little pawn or whatever, or a scientist or some shit. And now they gotta fucking fight their way to the top in order to find antidotes to turn back into humans.
yeah. And I feel
I
like
can see them trying to pull some shit.
that's a logical like level up as far as like the power goes. Is like I don't see how they're gonna add much more to the swordsmanship. And like it seems like with demons, the level up is that you get this blood demon art. So it means like now Tanjiro has like the sun breathing, his water breathing. He can go along the route of mastering all the other types of breathings too, like if they want to do that. But at the same time, he also has um like now that he's a demon, he has the potential to develop a blood demon art as well, which could take it to
Mm-hmm.
the next level. So it's like that, and then seeing that because it's like Zenitsu himself, he's only what now he his level up was that he got like one other form of the five, or maybe he finally knows all of the five forms of lightning. So it's like there's stuff there. Dude just made up Inosuke just made up his own breathing. So
Hell yeah, he
there,
did.
yeah, potential to do whatever he wants there. Like it's interesting. My thing is just we need to. There's gonna if he's gonna keep this going, there's gonna have to be a plot point that introduces what the next stronger than Muzan villain is. If it's going to be the fact that this doctor gave this medication to other demons, and basically that's like those just we for some reason they just never interacted with Muzan's territory, or maybe they were like about as strong as Muzan but didn't want a war between like the two demon factions, so they kind of just stayed on their end of Japan and he stayed on his end. Like if that's what we're gonna do, but we're gonna need something to justify more fights because there's no way we're just gonna walk around and just like look for this cure without fighting something. And right now it doesn't seem like humans would make sense because the humans have not been shown to be any stronger than demons. So it'd have to be some other worldly thing, which I'm assuming is just gonna be demons. But we
Right.
have to. But yeah.
So
Anything else on the chapter? Or are you ready to rate it?
yeah, I'm ready.
I think I'm gonna give this one a decent minus. Um, just because like I'm disappointed in Muzan as a villain on the whole. I think the plot twist was okay, but it's just the whole this being the climax of the Muzan fight. It's just like purely Muzan is just a petty nigga. Like that's what I feel like I've learned from this whole thing. Is like even in the end, he was like, I still gotta be petty. But it just was nothing respectable about that guy. He was just a slime ball, and I don't respect him. It was just that he was a powerful slime ball, but yeah, I don't know. I don't respect him as a villain, so that gives me decent minus.
Nah, you must be feeling hella generous right now because I was definitely gonna get this shit at like a trash plus.
Oh damn.
Just because, no, seriously, like we've been fighting with this man for hella chapters, and now that we think that he's finally dead, no, I'ma just inject my presence into another nigga. Now, unless they can actually turn this into something that turns in that recreates itself into a better manga going forward,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get us to trash because they're just prolonging this nigga's death. Just fucking take him out already, or give
that's
this
true.
man, give this boy Tanjiro a power up, and let us all go into this other world of stronger demons or whatever other creatures that we're about to fight. So yeah,
Yeah,
if it goes into something better, I'll give this decent. But if not, I'm gonna get us a whole trash plus.
yeah, that's a good point. I might change my rating because of that.
Sounding like it is.
Yeah, fact.